Alexander Clooney, the golden boy of Hollywood royalty, has shocked the world with a transformation that has left everyone reeling. The vibrant, witty child, once fluent in Italian at 3, now seems a shadow of himself, quiet and unrecognizable. Recent photos revealed a boy with distant eyes and a blank expression, igniting a storm of speculation. The pressures of fame, hidden struggles, or something far more chilling. Tune in as the mystery deepens, and the truth behind this haunting transformation shakes the world. Alexander Clooney's silent shift. Alexander has always been a kid who'd make any parent puff their chest out with pride. The boy was practically born charismatic. By the time he was 3, he wasn't just saying cute little phrases in Italian. He was fluent. That's right, a 3-year-old chatting away in a language his own parents don't even speak. George, ever the jokester, loved to quip about how he needed a translator to keep up with his son. But behind the humor was clear, unfiltered pride. This kid wasn't ordinary. He was extraordinary. But no one knew his brilliance would one day make him a target. Stories of his antics became family lore. Amal would laugh about the time he strategically placed fake cockroaches in the kitchen or hid plastic mice in shoes. The kid's creativity was unmatched. His quick wit? That was all George. His boundless energy and endless curiosity? Maybe a little Amal in there too. Everywhere he went, he was the center of attention, the kind of kid who lit up every room he walked into. But something has shifted. Over the past year, the lively, prank-pulling child seems to have faded into someone almost unrecognizable. Close friends have noticed the change, describing him as quiet and withdrawn. Gone are the days of boisterous laughter and mischievous grins. Now he's more like a shadow of the child he used to be, and that's got everyone, fans, family, and friends alike, deeply unsettled. The public first caught wind of it during a rare Clooney family outing. Paparazzi snapped photos of a boy who didn't look like the one everyone had come to know. His normally animated face was blank, his eyes distant. Even his sister Ella couldn't seem to draw him out. Social media lit up with speculation. Was he unwell? Overwhelmed? Was something darker at play? Theories started flying faster than a tabloid headline. Some say the pressures of growing up Clooney could be to blame. Let's be real here. Having George and Amal as your parents might sound like a dream, but it's a lot for a kid. Imagine every move you make being scrutinized because of your last name. Add in frequent travel, bouncing between glamorous cities and serene countryside hideaways, and you've got a recipe for instability. Sure, it's a life of privilege, but it's also a life with no roots. Others whisper about possible health issues. Is it something physical, emotional, developmental? Nobody outside the Clooney inner circle knows for sure, and George and Amal aren't spilling. They've always been fiercely protective of their kids, keeping them out of the spotlight as much as humanly possible. But this silence? It's doing nothing to calm the growing tide of worry. For George, a man who spent decades managing his own fame, this situation must hit hard. He's always said he wants to guide his kids, not control them. Amal, with her unwavering dedication to justice and compassion, has likely approached parenting with the same grace and strength she brings to the courtroom. Together, they've built a nurturing home, but even the strongest foundations can be shaken. And here's where things get tricky. Is the sudden shift just a phase? Kids are complicated, they go through moods and changes all the time. Or is this something bigger, something that might need addressing sooner rather than later? Nobody likes to jump to conclusions, but when a kid's light dims this noticeably, people can't help but ask questions. What's clear is that George and Amal aren't taking this lightly. Everything they do with purpose, and you can bet they're doing everything possible to support their son. But the outside world? They're left speculating, worrying, and waiting. Fans want answers, but the Clooneys are staying true to form, private and protective. For now, all eyes are on him. Will this be a temporary detour on his journey to greatness? Or is it a sign of a deeper struggle? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. The transformation has left everyone on edge, hoping for the best, but fearing the worst. And until the truth comes out, the young Clooney remains an enigma, a boy whose story has only just begun to unfold. This family's dynamic, once a model of balance and brilliance, is now under the microscope. Questions swirl about what kind of life the Clooney kids truly lead. Do they ever feel like ordinary children, or are they caught in a web of fame they never asked for? Paparazzi cameras, magazine headlines, and viral social media posts would make anyone feel exposed, let alone children trying to understand their place in the world. Growing up in such an environment can't be easy, even with parents as mindful and caring as George and Amal. And yet the Clooneys are known for resilience. George has navigated the choppy waters of celebrity life for decades, learning when to charm and when to retreat. Amal's career has taken her into some of the world's most challenging arenas, where she's fought for justice against seemingly insurmountable odds. If any couple can guide a family through uncertain times, it's them. Still, even the most capable hands can falter when dealing with matters of the heart and mind. The speculation continues to grow, fed by every new photo, every rare sighting. Each image of him, whether he's out with his parents or spotted in the background, is dissected for clues. Some fans claim he looks tired, others point out moments of apparent distance between him and the rest of the family. It's a frenzy of guesswork and concern that shows no signs of slowing down. Perhaps the most painful part for George and Amal is knowing that no matter how hard they try, they can't fully shield their children from public scrutiny. Their efforts to create a safe, grounded environment for their kids have always been apparent. Yet the world's fascination with their family, combined with the relentless nature of fame, ensures that their private struggles are never entirely their own. The pressure to maintain a perfect facade must weigh heavily, especially when facing personal challenges that require time, space, and patience to navigate. And yet, behind closed doors, the weight of the world often collides with the fragility of family. Alexander Clooney's unique path. The Clooneys' parenting style is a blend of discipline, love, and encouragement. Amal, with her meticulous attention to detail, ensures the twins have a structured routine, while George injects spontaneity and humor into their lives. This balance has worked well so far, but their son's rapid development is forcing them to reevaluate their approach. For instance, they've introduced a more individualized approach to parenting the twins. While Ella thrives with gentle encouragement and quiet activities, their son needs outlets for his energy and intellect. Whether it's enrolling him in advanced language classes or setting up science experiments at home, they're constantly adapting to keep up with his needs. Raising a child like this comes with its own set of challenges, especially when you're in the public eye. George and Amal are keenly aware of the scrutiny their family faces. They've taken steps to shield their children from the media, but it's not always easy. Paparazzi have captured moments of their family outings, and tabloids frequently speculate about their parenting choices. This constant attention adds pressure to an already demanding situation. Amal's background in law has been instrumental in navigating privacy concerns, but it's a battle they fight every day. They're determined to give their children as normal a childhood as possible, even if their version of normal looks vastly different from most families. Despite the challenges, George and Amal are finding joy in the chaos. Their shared sense of humor has been a lifeline, helping them navigate the ups and downs of parenting. George often recounts funny anecdotes about the twins, like the time their son tried to fix a broken lamp with peanut butter. These moments of levity remind them why it's all worth it. They've also found solace in their shared commitment to philanthropy. Working together on their foundation has given them a sense of purpose beyond their immediate family. It's a reminder of the values they want to pass on to their children: compassion, resilience, and a desire to make the world a better place. As they move forward, George and Amal are embracing the unpredictability of parenthood. They know there will be more surprises, more challenges, and more moments that leave them questioning everything. But they're also confident in their ability to face it all together. For the Clooneys, it's not about being perfect parents, it's about being present, adaptable, and deeply committed to their family. And while their son's transformation has brought its share of challenges, it's also been a source of growth and inspiration for the entire family. It's a journey that's far from over, and if there's one thing the Clooneys have proven, it's that they're up for the adventure. Born in 2017, the twins were thrust into the spotlight simply for being born. That's not hyperbole. The tabloids couldn't wait to splash their names across headlines. But George and Amal aren't exactly the show-off the kids on Instagram kind of parents. They've fought tooth and nail to keep the paparazzi at bay, going as far as slamming legal hammers on anyone trying to snap unauthorized photos of their kids. For a while it worked, but fame doesn't just take a back seat because you asked nicely. The Clooney's battle for privacy has been a continuous uphill climb, underscoring just how challenging it is to shield children from the glare of the spotlight in an era where the internet never sleeps. Then there's Ella, the quieter twin. She's the brainy one, always curious, always observing. Amal's been vocal about how proud she is of Ella's natural knack for problem solving and her love of learning. But let's not paint her as the perfect little angel. She's a kid, and kids are messy and unpredictable. Still, her quieter personality often leaves her out of the limelight, which honestly might be a blessing in disguise. Ella's intellectual inclinations set her apart in a household already brimming with talent and ambition. Amal's influence on Ella's development is evident, with the young girl's curiosity and focus reflecting her mother's own passion for meaningful causes. As their son grows, his natural humor and charm are undeniable. But here's where things get sticky. He's starting to notice the weight of his last name. Fame might seem glamorous, but to a kid it's just confusing. Understanding why the world knows who you are and how to deal with that attention is an enormous task for any child, let alone one growing up in such a unique spotlight. And while his humor might be a coping mechanism now, it's a question of how that evolves as he matures. His journey will likely include navigating identity questions that stem from being forever linked to an iconic figure. The Clooney's parenting style is all about values. They're big on empathy, responsibility, and humility, the kind of stuff that'll hopefully help their children navigate their weird, high-profile lives. Family history is a big topic at the Clooney dinner table. George loves telling stories about his dad, Nick Clooney, and how integrity matters more than fame or fortune. It's the kind of grounding influence that might just give these kids a fighting chance at staying level-headed. For the Clooneys, parenting isn't just about providing. It's about imparting a moral compass that can guide their children in an often chaotic world. But let's not sugarcoat it. The Clooney kids will always carry the label of celebrity offspring. That's a tag with its own baggage. Expectations, assumptions, and scrutiny will follow them like shadows. As they grow older, those challenges are only going to get more complex. Whether they're dealing with classmates who know too much about their family or navigating social media, the spotlight is a constant presence. The family's ability to address these challenges head-on will play a significant role in shaping their children's future. As the twins grow, the Clooneys focus on teaching values and guiding them through a complicated world. Education, values, and creative freedom. One of the more unique ways the Clooneys are preparing their children for the world is through education. The twins attend an international school which focuses on diversity and cultural awareness. This aligns perfectly with Amal's work in international law and George's advocacy for global humanitarian causes. It's not just about academics, it's about giving them a global perspective. The Clooneys are making sure their kids are exposed to different viewpoints and experiences, something that might help them navigate the complexities of their identities. The school's emphasis on inclusivity and understanding mirrors the values the Clooneys strive to instill at home. At home, creativity is heavily encouraged. Their son's love for humor and performance finds its outlet in family gatherings and school plays. He's often the center of attention, making everyone laugh with his natural comedic timing. George sees a lot of himself in him, but has made it clear that he doesn't want his son to feel pressured to follow in his footsteps. "It's his choice," George has said. "We want him to find his own path." This commitment to fostering individuality underscores the Clooneys' dedication to letting their children define their own futures. Ella, on the other hand, is diving into intellectual pursuits. Inspired by Amal's work, she's already showing an interest in issues like environmental sustainability. Amal has mentioned how proud she is of Ella's curiosity and her drive to learn about topics that matter. Whether it's reading books or asking big questions about the world, Ella's inquisitive nature is nurtured every step of the way. The Clooneys' encouragement of these pursuits highlights their belief in empowering their children through education and curiosity. The Clooneys have also taken steps to instill a sense of responsibility in their children. Chores, for instance, are non-negotiable in their household. Despite their wealth and fame, George and Amal are determined not to let their kids grow up with an inflated sense of entitlement. They're taught to value hard work and understand the importance of giving back. Family discussions often touch on issues like charity and social justice, giving their children a sense of purpose beyond their privileged lives. By grounding their children in these principles, the Clooneys hope to prepare them for a world that's both demanding and complex. However, even with these proactive measures, the Clooneys know they can't shield their kids from everything. The twins are growing up in an era where social media magnifies everything. From carefully curated images to ruthless online trolls, the digital age adds a layer of complexity that previous generations didn't have to deal with. It's one thing to avoid the paparazzi, it's another to navigate the relentless world of likes, comments, and viral posts. The Clooneys' awareness of these challenges underscores their efforts to equip their children with the tools they'll need to thrive in an increasingly connected world. As their children approach their teenage years, the challenges will only grow. George and Amal are aware that the strategies they use now might need to evolve. Conversations about fame, identity, and responsibility are already becoming more nuanced. It's not about keeping the kids in a bubble, it's about preparing them for a world that will always have its eyes on them. The Clooneys' willingness to adapt their approach demonstrates their commitment to ensuring their children's well-being remains a top priority. Despite these hurdles, the Clooneys remain optimistic. They've built a foundation of love, support, and strong values, which they hope will guide their kids as they navigate the unique pressures of their lives. The world will undoubtedly continue to watch as their children grow. Their journey will be shaped by a mix of privilege and challenges, but with parents like George and Amal at the helm, they're as prepared as anyone can be for the road ahead. Adding to this, the Clooneys' dedication to philanthropic efforts has begun to influence their children. George and Amal frequently involve their children in discussions about the importance of helping others, whether through direct action or advocacy. These conversations often take place during family dinners, where they discuss global issues in a way that's accessible for the kids. Amal, with her extensive background in human rights law, often shares stories about her work, subtly instilling values of justice and equality in their young minds. These moments, though small, create a foundation for the twins to understand the impact they can have on the world around them. Their international school plays a key role in this journey as well. The diverse environment exposes the twins to cultures and traditions vastly different from their own. This exposure fosters empathy and broadens their perspectives, allowing them to appreciate the complexity of the world. The Clooneys' decision to prioritize this kind of education reflects their hope that their children will grow into well-rounded individuals capable of making thoughtful contributions to society. Another significant aspect of the Clooneys' parenting is their emphasis on creativity. Whether it's their son's budding interest in acting or Ella's love of writing, the family fosters these pursuits with enthusiasm. They've transformed a corner of their home into a creative space filled with art supplies, books, and tools for exploration. This sanctuary encourages the twins to experiment and dream, providing an outlet for their imaginations in a way that feels organic and unpressured. As they grow, the children are beginning to take on small but meaningful roles in the family's charitable initiatives. Whether it's helping to pack supplies for a local drive or attending low-key events, the twins are gradually learning the importance of giving back. George and Amal hope these experiences will not only teach their children about responsibility, but also help them build resilience against the superficial allure of fame and materialism. Looking to the future, the Clooneys recognize that their parenting journey will continue to evolve. They've already begun to introduce conversations about self-awareness and mindfulness, aiming to equip their children with tools to handle stress and maintain mental well-being. These practices, combined with the strong familial bonds they've cultivated, provide a solid framework for their children as they navigate the complexities of growing up in the public eye. The Clooneys' approach to parenting is a testament to their commitment to raising compassionate, grounded, and capable individuals. While the world watches and speculates, George and Amal remain steadfast in their belief that love, empathy, and a strong moral foundation are the keys to helping their children thrive. The story of their children is not just about growing up famous, it's about growing into themselves, ready to embrace both the challenges and opportunities that come their way. Is genius in children a gift or a burden that parents unintentionally magnify? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.